Hey guys, Sabacon here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Staple Speaks. I know it's a little outside the schedule, but Champions League starts tomorrow, and to the I think 3 subscribers who remain to this day who watched and was subscribed since that video will know that my first ever video was indeed the predictions for the Champions League last year. Now I actually wasn't very far off. I predicted PSG to win the thing and they came second. Maybe this year we can go that extra country mile and predict the winners. Now I am obviously going to be predicting this a group by group basis. Knockout stages, I'm not going to continue the prediction because I feel at that point it just starts to get a little bit compulsive and a little bit grabby, I think the word is I'm looking. But anyway, let's get straight in. Let's start with Group A. We have Bayern, Atletico Madrid, RB Salzburg, and Lokomotiv Moscow. Now, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward group. Bayern Munich are obviously going to be defending their crown this year, and I think they're going to just stop this group because just look at that team. They've somehow managed to lose Thiago and still look like serious contenders. And yeah, obviously it was a pretty big loss to lose one of their biggest creative forces. But then you have people like Thomas Muller, Robert Lewandowski, Leroy Sané. They've even signed Douglas Costa back. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, one of the weirdest signings I have ever seen. Seriously, that man earning more than I do from YouTube videos itself makes me offended in the simple sense. How is he managed to move to the Champions of Europe after missing chances like the one he missed against Strasbourg? But anyway, next up I've got Atletico Madrid. Again, they've done some good business with that. Luis Suarez, 4 to 5 million for someone like Luis Suarez is a bargain. They are really running their way to the bank. I feel they will have a good season, maybe going to the quarters or the semis. I think that far could be achievable. But let's get to Group B, because I think after that it's pretty obvious, isn't it? RB Salzburg third, Lokomotiv fourth. We're just not going to get into the details why. You know why. Let's get to Group B. Group B is pretty interesting actually. Inter Milan, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Real Madrid, and Shakhtar Donetsk. First thing, I instantly think Shakhtar Donetsk last. I'm sorry. They are pretty good. They reached the Europa League semi-finals. However, I just don't think they'll be able to compete against Inter Milan and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And yeah, that just means, Real Madrid is going to be number 1. We all know that. The real interesting fight is going to be for second. I mean, it's very hard to predict. I went really back and forth on this, but in the end, I've got Inter Milan because, yeah, if you're going to be filling your team with Premier League rejects, at one point they are going to click on the fact that, they're Premier League rejects. But hey, they've been doing some good stuff. They've managed to keep Lautaro Martinez, which is something I never thought they would be able to do. Romelu Lukaku staying, Brozovic, the entire team is holding together. And I feel that Inter, again, they could do bits and go to the quarterfinals. And in third, Borussia Mönchengladbach, who I feel if they do go third and enter the Europa League, I feel they could have a good run in it. Because we've already seen German teams manage to do really well in the Europa League. We saw with Frankfurt a few seasons ago. I feel we could be saying that with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Group C. Next Group C, and Man City have got themselves another very easy draw. Shock, I know, right? Yeah, it's Manchester City, Porto, Olympiacos, and Marseille. Again, it's pretty straightforward group for who's gonna get out. I think it's Marseille and Manchester City going out first. I think maybe with maximum points as well, because they've literally been given one of the easier draws on this entire list. The real thing comes in who's going to go to the Europa League, because Olympiacos, obviously, they are dark horses when it comes to the Champions League and the Europa League. And then we also have Porto, who are the exact same. And for that reason, I have chosen Porto over Olympiacos to go to the Europa League. Nothing really much else to say. Let's move to Group 4. Now it's time for possibly my most controversial one on the entire list. We've got Group D, Liverpool, Atlanta, Midtjylland, and Ajax. And I honestly think Ajax are gonna go over Atlanta. I understand that Atlanta had this incredible run in the Champions League last season. But we also saw the same with Ajax, didn't we? Because they had an incredible run in the Champions League in the previous season before the last season. And unlike Ajax, actually, they haven't been torn apart. But however, I just feel it, because that is second season syndrome does occur, guys. It does occur. Midtjylland are coming last. Literally no one cares because we already know it. Atlanta have actually not really disbanded their squad, which is something I thought was gonna happen. I thought Mario Pasalic was gonna go to another team, because technically at the time that he was in the Champions League last season, he was on loan at Atlanta. But now he made the deal permanent. He's staying there. Good for him. He got Croatia call-ups because of them, not because of us. And it's fine to see another Chelsea person succeed if he's not in the Premier League, really. And then yeah, Liverpool's coming first. That's another pretty obvious pick into the draw. Group E right now. Group E, Chelsea's group. It's Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, and Rennes. And yeah, it's gonna be this was possibly the easiest draw of the entire thing. I'm so happy we got a group where we know we're gonna get out of the group at least. Sevilla first. Never underestimate the Europa League winners. Although it would be kind of jokes if they do go out as third and enter the Europa League. That would be kind of jokes, not gonna lie. Yeah, I've got Rennes to go out into the Europa League because they're probably the third best team. Krasnodar, I'll be surprised if they get a win. If they get a win against us, fair play. But yeah, if they do, I'll drink a cup of vinegar. I don't care. If Krasnodar win against Chelsea, I will happily drink a cup of vinegar on camera. Now that I've said it, it's probably gonna happen. Oh god, what have I done? Anyway, yeah, Sevilla first, Chelsea second, Rennes third, Krasnodar fourth. It's a pretty obvious group if you look at the semantics. Let's get into Group F. Now, Group F probably has the least star power of all the groups. It's Borussia Dortmund, Lazio, Zenit St. Petersburg, and Club Brugge. I think it's gonna be Dortmund, Lazio, Bruges, and Zenit. Dortmund look good this season. I am actually saying Dortmund look incredible this season. And if they do go far, respect, man. They deserve to, because with a team like that, it really isn't. It's really going to be a testament to see if they can actually go to that next stage in the Champions League. Because it always seems like Dortmund will either get into the group of death and go out as third, or they'll go to the knockouts and get out in the first round. And we just don't like that. I really like Borussia Dortmund because they're a very forward-looking club, and with this young core player group, could they go further in the Champions League than ever before? That's something we need to see. Group G now. This is probably the most looked at group in the entire Champions League because it's Juventus, Barcelona, Ferencváros, and Dynamo Kiev. Now, obviously, Juventus and Barcelona are gonna get out of this group, but that's the thing, it's Juventus versus Barcelona. We have another two matches. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi, and I know I'm just beaming because I finally get to see this. Because I managed to watch El Clasico, but it doesn't feel the same. Because there's one superstar on Barcelona's team with Messi, but then you have a defensive Nelson Semedo, Clement Longley, and a drunk left back who could either be a centre back trying to play at left back, or it's just Jordi Alba just trying to get the ball up front with absolutely no defense in his mind. Was the Real Madrid team, I mean, it's bad when Real Madrid had to give their number 7 jersey to Mariano Diaz after Ronaldo left. But yeah, I feel that Juventus are gonna pull through. They are the team that everyone wants to be at this point in time, and I do feel that that's gonna work in their favor. Of course, Barcelona second. However, I could see something like a Ferencváros win against people like Barcelona or Juventus, but it will be possibly their only win. And I've got Dynamo Kiev finishing third, moving to the Europa League, Group H. And here we go, Group of Death time. This is possibly the hardest group to predict because I went really back and forth on this group. We've got Basaksehir here, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, and Leipzig. See, I always thought PSG was going to top this group. I always did. So they are obviously top on my predictions. And as you can see, I've put Man United over Leipzig. Now, the main reason I have put Man United over Leipzig is Man United just have a lot better depth than Leipzig. Obviously, Leipzig has a very good first team. They are somehow top of the league right now. And that's insane. However, their backup strikers their backup is really waning because they sold a lot of their backup. Matheus Cunha, who was one of the more promising people, had gone to Hertha Berlin last season, and now they are resting their hopes on Alexander Sørloth, who is pretty unproven in the European game because he was at Trabzonspor on loan from Crystal Palace, a team where he failed at, and it's just a bit concerning to me. I feel Leipzig will pull through the Europa League, but yeah, it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the group of death of H. Now it's time for me to pick my winner. Now this season, I predicted PSG last season and they came second, and I don't think they're gonna replicate it again. I think it's going to be a very interesting Champions League in terms of shock upsets and multiple goal tallies, because if we're going off what's happening in the Premier League is going to happen in the Champions League, we are going to have a fun season to watch. But for my Champions League winners, I am picking Juventus. They are the team everyone wants to be at. I've said this multiple times. You can't look past that feature of theirs, and I think in the end that's what's gonna get Juventus their first Champions League crown since the 90s, with Cristiano Ronaldo being able to bow out of what could be his last good top year in terms of physical form. To the outro. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like, please like, share and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, let me know down in the comments who you think is gonna win the Champions League. But anyway, until the next episode, peace.